Today we're going to be talking about drills to take us from being able to do something like a standing split using the wall from support to being able to do a standing split without using the wall. Spoiler alert, it is a buttload of glute strength. Working on our passive oversplit flexibility can be beneficial as well, because the more splitty we can get our legs, the less our glutes of that lifted leg are going to have to work to resist the tension in our hip flexors to try to lift that leg away from the wall or in the air as forward fold. So if you're normally pretty comfortable doing your standing splits with your hips on the wall, start turning it into an oversplit on the wall. We just take our bottom foot a little farther away, push those hips back, and repeat until you're in a position that's feeling a little bit more challenging to get those hips to reach to the wall. For our leg lifts, we're going to start in our standing split against the wall, keeping our hips as square as we can. So I'm not letting my top leg drift out to the side. I'm keeping both of my hip bones pointing down towards the floor. From here, I'm going to walk my hands forwards, lean up far enough away from the wall that I'm feeling the weight in the top leg to get a little less intense. From here, keeping that top leg straight, we're going to pull our heel away from our ball, relax that leg. Pull that leg away and relax. If this is feeling easy and you feel like you can get that foot really, really far away, we're gonna make it harder. Walking our hands closer, pushing our hips closer to the wall until we're doing this with our hips on the wall. Or to make it harder still, we can take that bottom foot away from the wall. Start working on doing it in our oversplit. You can also work on our glute strength in our split, lying on the floor, taking a yoga block under our hips, starting with both feet on the wall, legs straight, walking our feet as far down the wall as we can go. So we're starting in a really, really intense hamstring stretch. I'm going to take my left leg off the wall, kick that leg away as much as I can. That is squeezing that left butt cheek, those left glutes, not letting that knee bend, not letting my right foot come off of the wall. Push that leg away as far as we can. Bring it back to the wall. Kick that leg away, hold our split for a hot second. Bring it back. For our three-legged down dog leg lifts, we're going to start in our downward facing dog with our tailbone lifting nice and high, legs straight, heels dropping down to the floor. So we're feeling the mother of all calf stretches. We're going to extend our left leg out behind us, lifting that leg as high as we can, squeezing our left butt cheek, making sure our hips aren't opening out to the side, hip bones stay square to the floor, dropping that left leg down. Both legs stay straight as we're kicking that leg basically into a standing split, but with even more of a forward fold and even more of a calf stretch in that right leg. Lifting and lowering 8 to 10 times. For an extra layer of challenge in our downward dog lifts, we can squeeze a yoga block between our left heel and our right foot, the part where your thigh is meeting your butt. Starting in three-legged down dog with a block between our left heel and our butt. We're going to keep our heels smushing in that block, keep those hamstrings engaged as we lift that knee up as high as we can. Drop that knee back down. Knee lifts up, knee drops on down. Keeping that heel squeezing in so the hamstrings in that lifting leg are staying engaged. You can also use something like a super band to assist us lifting our leg really high in our standing split. So I'm going to take my band, lasso it around my left leg ankle. This is going to be the leg that's lifted up in the air. Starting to my forward fold, I'm going to lift my leg up, bring that strap on up over my shoulder. I'm getting my knee lifted as high as I can. The strap's helping pull that leg forward, so it's helping pull me into the split position. Make sure you've got a good grip on the strap, because now we're going to straighten that left leg as much as we can. Bend that knee. Let that stretch go. Straighten that leg. Squeeze those quads. Bend that knee. Let it go. And you straighten the leg, and then let it bend. You can also use the same strap setup to do some controlled pulses in our standing split position. So coming back to our leg up with our strap on our foot, kicking that leg into as much of a standing split as we can. We're going to pulse that leg forwards and backwards, and the strap is helping pull that leg forwards, and then I'm kicking my ankle into the strap for a couple of seconds, keeping that leg as straight as humanly possible, not letting the knee bend this time, pulsing the leg for 10 to 20 seconds. And finally, when you're ready for the big kahuna standing split, away from the wall, 2 ways we can get into it. Try them both, see which one works a little bit better for your body. Option number 1 is starting in our forward fold. Having that left leg, that lifted leg, is going to be straight the whole time. As we kick it up, as high as we can, you can grab onto the backside of that right leg to pull your torso a little bit more forwards. The more we fold forwards, the more our hip bones rotate forwards, and it makes it easier to lift that lifted leg. Option number 2 is starting with that left knee bent, a little bit more similar to one of those exercises we were doing with the strap. For some people, this is a good way to trick you into being splittier. Then your body thinks you really are. So I'm going to keep my left heel squeezed towards my butt as I'm lifting that left knee as high as I can. Once my left knee is in the air, then I'm going to straighten that leg and pull it into as deep of a standing split as I can.